The baby who changed the world. Gather around, children, and let me tell you a story. It's the most amazing story of all time, and it happened a long time ago in a little town called Bethlehem. It was a night like no other, a night that would change the world forever. Once upon a time, in a world full of darkness and confusion, God made a beautiful and wonderful plan. You see, God loves each one of us with all his heart, but the people on earth had forgotten how to love one another and had become distant from him. They were sad, lonely, and needed help to find their way back. So, God decided to send the most amazing gift ever, a gift of love and hope. This gift wasn't something you could hold in your hands like a toy or a shiny coin. No, this gift was far greater than anything anyone could imagine. It was a baby. But not just any baby, a baby who was so special that he was going to change the whole world. On that quiet night in Bethlehem, a young woman named Mary was about to have a baby. Her husband, Joseph, stayed by her side, and they found a small place to rest in a humble stable because there was no room for them in the town's inn. And that's where the most incredible thing happened. Mary gave birth to a baby boy, and his name was Jesus. Now, you might be wondering, why was this baby so special? Well, Jesus wasn't just any baby, he was God's son, sent to earth to show all the people just how much God loves them. Can you imagine that? God, who created the whole world, loved us so much that he decided to become a tiny, helpless baby. Jesus came from heaven, where everything was perfect and beautiful. But instead of staying in heaven with all the angels and stars, he chose to be born in a place with animals and hay. He chose to live like us, to feel what we feel, and to show us what true love looks like. Why would Jesus, who was so powerful, decide to come as a baby? Well, he did it to show us that we are important to God. He wanted to be close to us, to understand our struggles and our joys. He wanted to teach everyone how to love one another and how to treat each other with kindness, forgiveness, and care. As baby Jesus lay in a manger that night, a bright star appeared in the sky. It was the most beautiful star anyone had ever seen. The star shone down and filled the night with light, guiding shepherds and wise men from far away to see the baby. The shepherds, who watched over their sheep, were so amazed. They had heard the good news of Jesus' birth and rushed to see him. The wise men, who followed the star from the east, brought precious gifts to the baby: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They knew that this baby was not just any child, he was the King of all kings. His birth meant that God's promise of peace, hope, and love was coming true. And they, like everyone else, would never be the same. So, why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus? Well, his birth reminds us of how much God loves us and how important it is to love others. When Jesus was born, he brought peace into the world. He showed us how to care for one another, forgive, and live with joy. By living among us, he made sure we could always have a friend who understands us, no matter what. He gave us the greatest gift, love that lasts forever. Every year, when Christmas comes around, we celebrate this very special night. We remember the baby in the manger and the hope he brought into our lives. We remember that the love Jesus showed is the greatest gift of all. And when we give gifts to one another, we are sharing the love and kindness Jesus showed to the world. So, now you know why we celebrate Christmas and why we call Jesus the baby who changed the world. It's because his love, his kindness, and his peace continue to shine through our hearts. Just like that bright star in the sky, Jesus' love helps guide us every day. And that, dear children, is the story of how a little baby in Bethlehem changed the whole wide world. The end.